I thought it would be fun to start this video showing you one of my recent shopping finds, this little picture from HomeGoods. I wasn't actually sure if this was gonna fit in the car when I picked it out, so after I checked out and was walking outside, also hoping that it wasn't gonna be super windy because this thing is huge, it did fit in the car, barely, because it is a decently wide picture, but I thought it was so pretty. Let me see if I can back up far enough to get it in the frame. This is something I actually came across before and thought it was really, really pretty, but I wasn't sure where I was gonna put it. But I kept thinking about it and we eventually went back and they still had it, so it's kind of heavy. Okay, this is a reproduction of a Monet painting. The way that this is done, it has kind of a texture to it, so it kind of feels and almost looks like a real painting, which is cool. And I just fell in love with the colors. I loved the kind of muted tones, but also it is colorful. And the frame is really pretty too. So yes, that is one of my recent HomeGoods shopping finds. But up on the third floor in that back room area, or what I'm hoping will be kind of a cute little reading nook, I thought it would be fun to do kind of a gallery wall style collage of interesting prints on either side of that built-in bookshelf that we put together, I think about a week or two ago. I came across these and this made that idea easier because these are all little framed kind of vintage style coordinating but not completely the same and matching artistic little prints. And so, you know, we have a swan, some clouds, floral, a landscape, more floral, another landscape. So I just thought that these were really, really pretty, and $35 for all 6 of these coordinating little pictures. And so this definitely helps towards that gallery idea, but I also picked out this cute hummingbird picture to go with it. So I'm thinking of putting 3 of these pictures on one side of the bookcase and the other 3 on the other side, and then coordinating some of these other prints in with it. So this was another one. And by the way, these are from Marshall's actually, but $12.99 for this, which I did not think was bad at all. And it is very pretty, very vintagey looking, and as you can see, coordinates well with these other little pictures. I also picked this out that I thought was also really, really pretty. After bringing it upstairs and kind of holding it next to everything, I decided that this might actually be its own little standout piece. So my plan for this one is to go kind of around that corner when you're walking into that little reading nook area. But this is a Van Gogh reproduction print, and I just love the colors. It's very kind of earthy, and the frame is very, very pretty as well. So, so yeah, that is another art piece that I technically picked out for this gallery idea, but decided that it's probably gonna go off on its own somewhere. But this is, or was, $20, which again is not too bad for an art print of this size. And the last picture that I found to go with the gallery wall, one of the sides with some of those pictures, is this adorable cat print. It just looks like an actual painting. It has great texture to it. I love the moody, muted colors, and just the fact that it's a cat. I wish we could actually have a cat, but I'm allergic, unfortunately. So with my allergies, probably not a good idea. But this way is just another way to have something cute cat-wise around the house. And this one, I think on the front, it says $14.99, which is, to me, so inexpensive for this. And again, the frame is very, very pretty. But actually, another find I wanted to show you. This right here was actually another HomeGoods shopping find. So I thought this was very, very pretty and cute with all the little strawberries on it. But this is a made in Portugal piece, so it actually matches and is the same green as my cabbage dishes and these chicken dishes. So I think that this will probably go in the dining room. And my plan is to get a cyclamen to go in it because I love those. So yeah, this is the pink cyclamen I have over in this window, which is just blooming like crazy. But yes, I'd like to get a white one to go in that pot because I think that would kind of look nice in there. Actually, another find. So on Amazon, I was looking for something to store my records in next to my record player. And I found this cool wooden record storage box. So it has a little latch here on the front. So you undo that and then it opens and it has a spot to store quite a few records. So you can see I still have some space left in here. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 records in the storage portion, and then one that slides into this front area, which is kind of like, I'm using it as a place to put the current record that I'm listening to in. So it's kind of a nice way of separating it out so that you're not having to dig through them all to find the record that you're currently playing, or having to have the record just like laying on the floor like I had before. So I thought this was so cool. Very nice way to kind of store the records over here next to my record player. And also I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for all of your book suggestions. I am always looking for more, so if you have any more suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. But I've gotten a couple of the books from the recommendations that people have made. Theo of Golden, so this is one that many people recommended, and the only reason I'm laughing is because I have started reading it and I have my goosebumps bookmark in the book because nostalgia. But yes, Theo of Golden is one of the books I picked up. So Game Changer, that's another one that I picked up. It's a, I believe, romance book. So many people have been recommending the Heated Rivalry TV show, and I didn't realize that Heated Rivalry was actually supposedly the second book in a series, which was different. It'd be kind of like if Harry Potter became famous for the Chamber of Secrets, but you hadn't read the Sorcerer's Stone yet. So anyway, that led to getting the Game Changer book, which is, I think, the first book in this series. And I don't know if it's completely necessary to know what's happening in the popular book, but I figured I'd start at the beginning, see how that goes. So I got that, and then along the same lines, we have Red, White, and Royal Blue. That's another one that was being recommended. So that'll be an interesting one to read. So another one that I picked up is Heart the Lover. This is supposed to be an emotional style story that seems up my alley, so I'm kind of excited to read that one too. I mean, there's a part of me that feels like just starting a little bit of each one of these and seeing which one grabs my attention the most, and then reading that one until the end and then kind of moving my way through the other ones. But we'll see. I mean, that might sound maybe like a bad idea, but I think about it and I watch multiple TV shows at the same time, so I feel like I could probably do that with a book. This was one that has been recommended a lot. My Friends. So I think it's supposed to be a story about some friends and growing up and just kind of a life story, which sounds interesting to me. And I've just read a lot of people really loving that book, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I did finally go through my vintage Easter postcards and picked out a couple to put in my little stand right here. So this is kind of the collection that I decided to go with for this Easter. I love the vintage postcards and their interesting designs, and something about all of these, especially this one, almost looks a little bit Alice in Wonderland to me, just because there's this egg that has almost like a window to a different landscape, or maybe I'm looking at the picture wrong, But yes, I thought all of these were really pretty and were fun little choices for this Easter season. This picture though, every single time I'm walking by it, I just love the cozy feel of it. I was thinking the other day, I have never tried this style of painting before. This very abstract and free brushstroke style that's not intending to be an incredibly like detailed picture. And it kind of looks like fun because it just feels, it's a little more relaxed. So eventually, you know, this kind of makes me want to try seeing like what it would be like to paint like this, where you're not necessarily trying to make it look, you can see every single leg of a ladybug on the picture or every single individual branch and leaf on a tree. It's more brush strokes and colors coming together to create a pretty scene or landscape. So yeah, one of these days I should break out my paints and just give it a try and see if I can, you know, paint anything that would be kind of pretty in this free style. But yes, those are some of my recent shopping finds and kind of what I've been up to around the house. So I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any ideas or anything else that you think would be fun for me to show in some of these vlogs, feel free to comment any of those suggestions. I'm always open to kind of ideas. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful beginning of March already. Cannot wait to get outside and start working on the gardens and the flower beds and getting everything just cleaned up and refreshed. And of course, for the actual planting season, which around here pretty much starts about the beginning of May. So it's a little ways, but it really is not too far away. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy this video right here. So feel free to check that out if you like. Hope you all are having a very happy March season, and I hope to have a new video very soon.